Welcome to World Artist Experiences Ambassador Series. The vision of World Artist Experiences is to bridge people and cultures across the continents. Please check our website for future experiences, and you can find that in the chat box. Tonight we welcome Sivan Arbel. Sivan was recently in touch with us about a new project she just had completed. And so we were excited to work together with her for this evening to present her new project to you. We're looking forward to this evening, Sivan, and appreciate your sharing it with us. Sivan is an Israeli vocalist, a composer, and an arranger, a worldwide performer, and really an effervescent talent on the international jazz scene. Her original music, arrangements, and lyrics open windows into her inner world. She playfully layers her diverse artistic expressions with her great love for jazz and musical influences grounded in her Israeli roots, and also with her global experiences and travels. As a performer, Sivan, you will see, lights the room and rivets audiences as she fuses her distinct rhythm and groove with improvisations, movement, and dance. All about jazz, said of Sivan Arbel, she is a singer with an angelic, elastic tone. The program this evening is based on her second album, Change of Light, which has received numerous awards. Tonight's program will begin with Sivan sharing with us several of her wonderful songs, followed by her new project, the video Change, and concluding with questions and answers. Please post your questions and answers in the Q&A box. And then following the video, we will address those questions, your questions. So write them into the Q&A, please. Welcome, Sivan. We've been looking forward to this wonderful evening and welcome you back here.
Thank you so much, Betty, and good evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are. You probably can hear me with as if I'm in a in a cave or something, but that will all make sense when the music starts. So once again, it's so nice to be back in a way and collaborate with World Artist Experience. My band and I were there in 2019 and we had the most incredible time. So now with this new project that I released, which is the video of one of my songs called Change, it was a great opportunity to share music with you. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah, sit back and relax. He sees her, he falls, the kid is led to magic, and she does nothing. Child awakes to a feeling he can't explain, attracted to her magic, and she does nothing. Oh, 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 yeah, oh, 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 yeah. She enjoys it, still doesn't say no. Stretching limits, spilling his love to be broken, attracted to her magic, and she does nothing. Oh, they don't speak the same dialect, but she knows she enjoys it. Drowning, oh, into her eyes, inspired to stay longer for the potential chance. Search for the fantasy. He would do anything for just another moment, and she does nothing. Oh, they don't speak the same dialect, but she knows she enjoys it. She enjoys it. She enjoys it. All right. Well, this song was called He Sees Her, and this is from the recent album project, I guess, called Change of Light. Um, yeah, I feel that when someone is getting really excited over someone else, there are all these emotions that come up that for me, it always feels like a childhood feeling, or like an inner child that comes out all of a sudden. So the next song is called Homesick. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm originally from Israel, currently based in New York City. And when I just moved to the city, it was incredible. It still is really amazing, even after this crazy pandemic that we had, still having. And yeah, and still you just feel homesick. You just want someone to do your laundry or cook for you. Um, well, homesick. circles, always apart. Enter in fear, it might fall apart. Want to dive in, drive in your home, but keep saving, building my walls. Homesick for the sunlight, to meditate with you. Far home from the people that take down my walls. My historic circles I'm part of are still deep, even though we're far. Well, building circles, creating new ways, inviting you to enter my space. Hold on, it seems you're getting me wrong, so I'll keep on saving my walls. Homesick for the sunlight, to meditate with you. Far from the people that take down my walls. Oh, my historic circles I'm part of are still deep, even though we're Dum 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 da dum da dum da 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 do da 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 do da do va ba do da do da de da ya de la de do do de da do de de da 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 do 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 da 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 do da do da do da do da do do da oh va do do da do da da do do da 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 do da da do fa ba do do da da o be do pa di da da do da do da chuk da ka di lo ba ba be 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 o bo ba ba do ba da da la da do da 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 do da da do da da do da lo da de do da de de do 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 de de da do 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 de de da da do 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 da ya ba ba yo ba bu do da do 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 di di da la yo ba be 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 yo da yo ba bu ba yo be bo be bu ba ba da 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 do do di That was homesick. Well, since we're talking about homesick, and today Israel, because in the world artist experience, you always get a different artist from a different place in the world. So I'm going to share with you a traditional Hebrew song that is called Shir Hamayim. Shir Hamayim means the water song. And I always like singing it in different occasions because it always seems to be super relevant. So the story is that the Israelites were in the desert, walking, thirsty, because that's what desert does, and they didn't have water, so they were asking, who's going to give us water? Who's going to save us from the lack of it? And I feel that this year has been, seeking and also worrying about if everything's going to be okay, worrying about our health and about our friends and loved ones' health. But in the song, eventually, or in the story, they eventually got their water. And yeah, and we will find whatever it is that we need to receive in the right time. So, Shir Hamayim. איך בנגב ארץ מול שמיים מתפללת רגב רגב הבו לנו מים 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 הבו מים כי צמאנו מים כי צמאנו מירבנו צמאת, גם קבית, רגב רגבותיים, עוד נרבך ורבית, עוד נרבך מים, 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 הבו מים, כי צמאנו מים, כי צמאנו מירבנו, Now there's one thing that I find really fun doing on those online long-distance concerts, and that's inviting you all to sing with me. And that just makes us and brings us a little bit closer to each other. So let's try. Yeah, you can move in your seats. You can get yourself ready to say mine. I'm gonna start and you can repeat after me. Mine, 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 mine. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Mine, 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 mine. You got this. Mine, 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 mine. Shiramayim. Give yourselves a round of applause, everybody. I wish I could see you, but I can feel you. Yeah, that's always a fun song to play. Well, cheers, everybody. So before I sing my last song, I just want to share with you that all the music that you heard today is written and arranged by yours truly, and you can listen to it on your favorite streaming platform. So you can hear it with the full band and hear some other songs. And yeah, and if you dig the music and you like the energy and you want to know when is the next time I'll be in your city, please feel free to sign up to my mailing list. You can do it by writing your email in the chat, or you can do it by going to my website and subscribing there. And if not, just enjoy the music while it's out there and available. Okay, so the next song, or the last song that I'm gonna play for you today, is not released yet, hasn't even been recorded, so you get a glimpse of how it sounds just in its rawness. And it's called The World of the End. There is a world where the dead are as beautiful as can be. Two can love forever until sleep do them part. There is a world full of family trees. They get chopped by a mysterious man in their forbidden park. Marianne, where are you? Fell into the world of the end. Meet me on the other side, where our love can grow forever. Da, 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 There is a world where tall buildings are passing days and passing time. Ben is searching between centuries for you. There is a world where lost kids run to their found parents. Press your fingerprint so I can always call you. I can always call you. Marianne, where are you? Fell into the world of the end. Meet me on the other side, where our love can grow forever. That was the world of the end. By the way, very not related to COVID. It's inspired by a book that I read called The World of the End. Really, really great book. So thank you so much for listening and opening your hearts to mine. It means so much, and it's truly a great joy to share music with you all. So the next thing that we're going to move on to is a music video, sort of like a short film also in a way, that I was fortunate enough to receive a grant from a cultural department in Israel, which allowed us to create this beautiful story to my song Change. So yeah, watch it, enjoy it, and if you have any questions about the video, for me, feel free to write it in the Q&A section, and I'll be happy to keep on sharing. So enjoy, and thank you so much.
What comes with change? Earthquakes beneath, like bugs in your lungs, is the fear of the unknown. Titles, frames of society's mind, grabbing onto statements, they dictate how you walk to a blind
Thank you, Sivan, for this your wonderful music and for sharing this video project with us. It was just great. Um, we do have a few questions here for you. What actually inspired you to make this video? And were you the one who came up with the idea for it?
Yeah, so um, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Change is inspired by day-to-day life changes that we all go through. Um, and for me, when I go through a big or even small change in my life, there is this uncertain feeling, and for me, it always feels like the ground is a bit shaky underneath me. Um, even though uh, even though I know that in the end everything is going to be fine. So I think living in New York and having to move through many different apartments, um, I the move between each and every apartment that we had to go through, it was always not with anxiety, but just this like shakiness and uncertain feeling that I know that we're gonna get the apartment. I know that everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna settle in, but there's still this transition phase that I feel that we all go through. If it's changing jobs, if it's this entire year that we were always in like the unknown of what's gonna happen, if everything's gonna be okay. Okay, so we need to work from home. So how are we doing that? How are we using these programs and being able to do a concert from your living room basically? So so yeah, so that's the thing that inspired change. And I came up with the idea, or I really wanted to incorporate moving through different places. I also wanted to incorporate the leaves of autumn because they represent such a beautiful change that happens in nature. You know, between summer to winter, there's wind, and then it's sunny, and then it's like dark, but then the leaves are changing. So all these things I really wanted to incorporate. And Mor Cohen, who is an amazing filmmaker and director and actress, we thought about different stories. We actually moved between four different concepts. It was just insane, and nothing really felt totally right in the heart until another friend of ours, who's the videographer of this video, his name is Polaris Banks. He came up with the story, and he said that it was just so natural for him to just write it all down as he heard the music. So I'm really grateful for him to just be able to tap into my unconscious mind and bring this story into life. Yeah.
Thank you. This makes it even more real for us. And it was great seeing you go around New York, through Brooklyn, all the places in Brooklyn that we are so familiar to some of us.
Yeah.
It was great. Um, you kind of expressed this, but I know you shot this during the pandemic. So, how really was this experience to shoot this video during the pandemic?
Yeah, it was. Well, I first of all never did this kind of production before. I I'm used to doing band leader stuff and like booking the shows and getting the band all organized, and if we need to do a video, it's always from a live concert in a way. But just producing a whole storyline line was such a learning experience for me, and just great to work with a beautiful team. That it was very minimal because of the pandemic. We couldn't be, too many people in one room. So a lot of COVID tests were made before this production, and a lot of moving around in terms of dates, because all of a sudden rules of New York in terms of how to interact within the pandemic in New York changed. So we're like, oh my God, we need to move to another date, into another venue, like the theater that we shot it at, that you saw. We had to make changes there, and yeah, I was the producer for this thing. So Mo, the director, she's like, Sivan, every kind of food that you bring has to be sealed. So I'm like, what can I buy that is like sealed? So like, okay, bananas, that is healthy and we can all do that. Or like granola bars, everything that like you can just give away without touching it. So it's all those tiny details that it was just um you wouldn't even think about thinking of. And the kids were great because in between every scene they had to put their mask on. They were really good about it, and and we all wore masks. And yeah, it was crazy. We shot it in 3 days, going all over New York City, and and we made it happen.
There's a question here that says, "What role did you have on the set?" And were you? And you just answered basically. You were directing and producing.
Yeah, I mean, I was, co producing it, because everything that was, every idea that we had, I was present, and I was always involved in the process from point zero to today. And yeah, I was the producer on set, and helping with everything I can before. Being a band leader, for me, is always taking care of everything, just like from rehearsing to writing the music to practicing the music to figure out how we're getting to our next gig, etc., etc. But this was actually pretty cool because I really surrounded myself in this production with people that I really, really trust. So I could just do my part, and I didn't have to direct, because I know that Moore is an amazing director and she's a good friend, and I trusted her. So it was actually letting go in many ways, rather than trying to control and see that everything is right. It's just putting that trust. So yeah, that was me.
So, congratulations to you on making this and doing this new project. Really, your first video, I believe.
Yeah,
Uh,
the first narrative video, because
yeah, and
there are a bunch out there that's more me performing but not having a story, just enhance the message of the song.
and especially during this pandemic and to um, a really different time in our
Yeah,
we're all living.
indeed, indeed, and I hope that everyone is well and healthy.
Um, Tell us a little bit about what the song "Change" talks about.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke about before that it's just like the small changes that we all go through, and the feelings and emotion that come up while we're going through these changes. Um, so yeah, it's funny because we wanted to release this video long, long, long time ago, but somehow everything was postponed until today. That is just a beautiful timing with all the changes that we're all going through globally. That it was just perfect timing.
Thank you for allowing us to um, view this and learn about your work. It's always interesting to watch an artist really at the beginning of their work and during their work. Um, in one of your statements, you said that your music, the lyrics, um, your arrangements open the windows into your inner world.
Right.
What are the what are the windows that have been opened the widest for you in your work?
I mean, when I create, I try very hard just to let go and let everything that's inside of me to spill out without thinking. And the more I grow, the more time passes, um, I, there's some sort of, um, what's the word in English? Litamen. It's this kind of practice that that I do, and I feel that the more I let go, the more my soul just reveals itself in whatever day and stage that I am in life. And opening up and sharing personal stories and personal feelings is, it takes a lot of courage in a way. So I think that with every song and with every day, it, it's just trying to open up even more, because I really believe that the more I open up, the more whoever is around me can open up, which creates this togetherness, this community, and being able to share.
There's one question that says, how would you compare writing for the visuals to writing your songs?
Oh yeah.
And were
I
there any surprises in this process?
say that again.
And were there any surprises in this process?
Well, I didn't write the story for this. That was Polaris, who is the videographer um, for this project, and um, the writer for the story. Um, I think that writing the music and the lyrics for me is something more abstract. That even though I'm writing lyrics, I don't need to explain each and everything. It's just the specific sentences that mean something to me, and then if someone else hears it, that they will get a totally different interpretation, and that's the beauty of music. So I don't need to try to put in words everything that I really want to say, because the music just completes it. So trying to write a story for that was just so bad, because even me trying to explain something for you guys, I need to really articulate each and everything, when sometimes there are no right words. It's just that feeling. But that's why we have, yeah, other people who do it really well. I don't know why everything is frozen. Mark?
Yeah, I think Betty's locked up.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was me.
No, you're good.
Okay. Well, I'll just continue talking until Betty is back to us. So just Mark, let me know that you can still hear me.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Or maybe someone in the audience can give us a thumbs up saying that you can hear us. But yeah, surprises. A really big surprise that I didn't even think about during this process is, when you work with kids, you need to also, work with not with them, but also with their parents, because they cannot arrive to the set on their own. And it was incredible to see how much the parents were involved and how much they wanted to help and how much they wanted to yeah, just help with everything. So that was super cool. We're still in touch with each and every one of them, and it was, yeah, it was great to work with them. Well, if Betty's not here, I see that there are no more questions. So if you do have one more, you're welcome to write it quickly. And yeah, Mark, shall we?
I was going to say, yeah, here in the meantime, we posted Sivan and WAE's email, our websites here in the chat box. So we encourage you to subscribe to the newsletters and participate in any future releases. We look forward to seeing your work, and absolutely wanted to thank you again for sharing your music with us and sharing the music video with us.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. So before we end this up, I want to say a big thank you, first of all, to all of you who joined us today and listened to my inner world. as Betty says. And I want to say thank you to Betty for having me, to World Artist Experience, to Mark for helping with all the tech support. And I just want to say a quick hello to Sarit, because I see that you're here, and I met her last time when I was in when I was performing for World Artist Experience. So just much love to everybody. And yeah, I hope to see you again someday.
Well, cheers. Thank you all so much for coming. Sivan, thank you again. And I guess we'll sign off for the evening.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye bye, everybody.